I can't believe this. I can't even start it properly. Oh, hi, Boo Boo Kitty. What? Are you happy that I'm doing the vlog again? Look at this. This is the. Look at this. I think this is the only time in the history of the vlog where Boo Boo Kitty, destroyed my attention. So I want to feature him like this. Look at this. Hey. 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 Oh, I'm definitely keeping this in. Okay. Now that we got the Boo Boo Kitty, cameo out of the way, and he's probably gonna stay here the whole episode. Um, Welcome to the 8th episode of the GregsynthVlog series. It's been about 3 months since I last, did one of these, and about 2 months since last time I did any sort of video-related thing on the channel. Lots been going on behind the scenes, and with me, and don't worry, it's all good. So, I'm okay. See, I look great. Nothing's wrong. Hat's intact, hair's intact. Yes, I got a haircut not too long ago, so now I can actually see and I can hear properly because it's not in my eyes and ears. And everything's been good. I just been just devoting time outside of the channel, and now it's time to come back and get right back to vlogging. Let's see what's next. A few days ago I uploaded the Milton Keynes audience source and that stereo broadcast source, and I've been seeing that it's been getting some good comments, and hope you guys enjoy that. It's I love the show that when it was officially released on the Live at the Bowl DVD, but now hearing it from the audience perspective and that broadcast, it's just it's cool to hear shows in alternative formats than the regular official release, because you don't know what you'll be hearing. You could be hearing like a different take on the song from a different area, or the overdub stuff, but thankfully Milton Keynes isn't too edited, so it wasn't a huge surprise like when I first heard Wembley '86 for the first time in the raw format, where I'm like, what happened here? I was like, I knew what was edited and what was real, and thankfully at least like 95% of the show was untouched, so that's good. So it was mostly a an undoctored show. So yeah, Boo Boo Kitty here, he keeps like rubbing my hands and stuff. He wants his pets now as I'm doing the vlog. He didn't want him 5 minutes ago, but now he does. I got a bunch of questions here, and got about like 7 pages. I've been carefully collecting these and making sure I got them all, coming from all sources. So, I think I got them all. If not, I'm sorry, but I'll put them on the next vlog. Just remind me, like message me about it. And also on the subject of shows, there is going to be another show coming onto my channel in the near future, probably a couple days at most. It's a show that, well, it circulates, but it wasn't really talked about, really, but I think it's time to put it up. Green light, everything's good, so no one gets in trouble, so everything's good. That's going to be up on the channel in a couple days, and hope you guys enjoy it. What else? Oh, yes. In addition to collecting the questions and doing a lot of outside work off YouTube, I was discovering some YouTube channels and some people that they deserve a little bit of a shout out here, and they have YouTube channels, and they got some great content. Gonna do a few shout outs here. The first is for somebody by the name of Dr. Fuck. That's F-U-K-K. So don't even think that I said a curse word here. And also by the name of Ralph Vieira. He is the frontman and singer of the bands Thrash or Die and Combat. I recently ordered the Combat EP, and it arrived not too long ago, and it's a freaking fantastic EP. 5 great songs. And speaking of that stuff about the reviews and stuff, I do plan on reviewing, uh, the Queen albums. I'm gonna start that about next month maybe, and I'm probably gonna put those specific reviews on this channel. But if I was gonna review any other albums that aren't Queen related, I'll probably just make a new channel for that and call it. And I don't know. I'll think of a name, but I will put reviews up. And Dr. Fuck, amazing guy. He's very talented. He has this really cool, like voice where his natural voice is this like dark, masculine, deep baritone. It sounds cool. Then he's got the, like the thrash voice. I don't know really how to explain it really, but it's a different style of voice, and it actually sounds pretty cool. And yeah, I always look forward to not only his stuff that he releases with his bands, but his reviews. He's got quite a few channels on YouTube, like the Almost Human 56 channel, where he reviewed all the Kiss albums, and he does a fantastic job at reviewing stuff. I mean, he's really sincere. He doesn't bullshit. 100% honest, straight to the point. He's entertaining, charismatic. You just can't help but watch this guy's reviews. No matter what you think of the songs, and if his opinion differs from yours, it's like he's got some sort of thing where you gotta watch his reviews because he does such a good job with his style and stuff. And I'm giving him a shout out because I think he deserves some shout outs. He's awesome. He also does this podcast with somebody by the name of Ian Wadley. The podcast is called the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, and it's basically Ralph and Ian reviewing albums together. Mostly in the hard rock, heavy metal vein, although they do do different stuff every now and then. And they do a fantastic job. They have a great chemistry, and it's always worth a listen. I will provide links down in the description below to all this stuff and and some other stuff. So check the description for links. So yeah, there you go, Dr. Fuck. Next person goes by the name of Mark S. Knight, who has this really cool blog and podcast called Mark Media, and it's a pretty cool podcast. Features different music, some music news, and it's he's got some cool content, and he's referenced me a few times. Thank you, and I will reference you in this vlog. So. There you go. Make sure you check out his podcast. It's definitely worth a listen. And who else? Oh, I'd like to give a shout out to a friend of mine by the name of Bob Wegner, who hails from Canada, which, by the way, is awesome because I love Canada. I've been there a handful of times. I always like to go up there and check out shows, and it's always cool to drive along, the 401 and 402, and it's a nice smooth highway. And although I have to watch out because the 100 on those speedometer, the 100 on the speedometer is not the same as the U.S. ones. So yeah, I had to make sure I switch it to metrics because the last thing I need is to be pulled over in Canada and bad stuff happens. But yeah, Bob Wegner, amazing guitarist. He's a guitar virtuoso, as I would like to call it, and he's got this amazing website called Queen Live CA. That website is so important to the Queen Live stuff and the Queen community, because if you want some info on shows, just go on his website and check out the dates. He's got some stuff written down about the shows, and he's got pictures posted and some general info. It's always cool to hear hear his feedback on stuff, and he's done a lot for the Queen community. He's helped organize shows, and it's like without him, I think some of this Queen community stuff would just be in shambles, because we need like someone who's like a leader and will take charge and does it for the best. He tries to make sure the quality is as best as he can, and he gets the best sources, and he just wants to make sure everybody gets the best. And I commend him for that. Phenomenal guitar player. I'll link you his channel. He recently did this did this cover of a Muse song, Knights of Sidonia, I believe, and it's you know, fantastic. The guy knows his stuff. He's, you know, he plays Brian May very well. He's one of the best people to play Brian May because not only does he have the technique and the heart and the soul, but he also has the equipment and the sound setup. So, you know, if you want someone that can, you know, do Brian May, he's one of the people that I would put high on the list. He's absolutely first class. So there we go. There's your shout out, and then somebody else. But by the name of Freddy is the Champion, who gave me a shout out recently on one of his videos, and you know had some pretty cheeky comments, and I like cheeky comments, and yeah, so thank you for that shout out. And you also mentioned that you do album reviews and would, you know, take requests. So I request a couple things. If you're gonna honor these, I want to see you review a Queen album called Hot Space, and I know you're a big Michael Jackson fan, and I want to hear your take on Off the Wall, because you know everyone likes to talk about Thriller and stuff, but I want to hear your take on Off the Wall. So those are my two picks: Queen, Hot Space; Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. So there you go. There's your little shout out. Freddy is the Champion. And by the way, Japan 79. I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Okay, enough of that. Okay, because I don't want to get sick during this vlog. So you know, there's some general info out of the way. So what to do next? The vlog questions. I have a bunch of questions here. Let's see. I said 7 pages before, so let's see if I counted right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couldn't even do that. 5, 6, 7. Yep, managed to guess right. We have 7 pages worth of questions here, so it's, you know, time to start. And we have various styles of questions here, ranging from, you know, general questions, casual questions, to questions that, you know, are more, you know, related to like the live stuff, some more specific questions, some really silly questions that, yes, they will be answered, because here's the thing, you know, as you can tell, I answer all questions. So if you decide to write something very, very silly on a video and stuff, yes, it's going to be answered no matter what. So so if you have questions that you're like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but tough luck, it's going to get answered right now. And let's see, we have some people that decide to outdo each other on the amount of questions. We've got people that, you know, have Boo Boo Kitty interrupting me, but also have written, you know, like a dozen questions, 20 questions, 25 questions. I mean, hell, the first person, you know, on here has 26 questions. But yo, let's just start with a high number, 26. So you know what? We're gonna start right now. And the person who decided to write all 26 of these questions is Mr. Sam, aka Queenaholic in 1994. And we're gonna start. Question 1: Is Barcelona 86 one source or two? Well, it's primarily one source that's in, you know, reasonably good quality. The second source that's really bad does appear towards the end of the show on like uses as patchwork on like We Will Rock You. So it's mostly one source and maybe occasionally the really bad source, but it's like 95% one source. Question 2: Did Freddy's microphone cut out near the end of One Vision in Madrid, or did he just forget to sing? I think it was just a mic issue. You know, sometimes stuff happens. I believe it was technical problems. Question 3: Why do you think Bohemian Rhapsody was moved to before Hammer to Fall after Stockholm 86? And then question 4 is to that: whose idea was it to switch it around? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know why it was moved to that very experimental place in the set list. I think it works better towards the end of the main set, but I don't know whose idea it was. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a band effort. I don't know, but I think it works a lot better towards the end of the set, because it kind of sounds really out of place, kind of thrown in the middle there, especially if it's the full version of the song. Question 5. If you had the choice of releasing a Japan 79 live compilation album, what songs would you choose from the available bootlegs? Going for the typical set list. All right. Why this keeps getting referenced in the vlog is beyond me. Ugh. Give me a break. If I were to do compilation albums, if I was forced to sit through, all that stuff, I wouldn't even make a compilation of all the shows, because it's like it's crazy. If I were to pick one show with like the songs, I would make a compilation of the Osaka nights, where Fred's voice, yeah, it's worn, but it's still effective in some ways, and he sounds okay. I would do a compilation of both Osaka nights for the whole set list. And so basically any of the Tokyo stuff is thrown out, and Nagoya is definitely thrown out. Fukuoka, just throw away, and just don't even put that near me anymore. Ugh. Even the Mustafa sounds off and bad. But if you want me to put that in there for completion purposes, I'll put the 5-1 Mustafa in there just to make everybody happy. But yeah, it's gonna be a compilation of Osaka stuff, and then I'll throw 5-1's Mustafa in there just for the hell of it. God damn it. Okay, question 6. If you had to choose a studio album to describe your life, what would it be? The Miracle would probably be it. Because it's a miracle that I'm still around, and I'm still doing these all this channel stuff. I'm in a happier place now than I was years ago, and it's a miracle that and it's great that I'm still around to do all this show stuff, and it's great that people are still tuning in to view the videos, and the 3,300 plus subscribers are dealing with my shenanigans, and the 4.9 million video hits. It's a miracle. I can't believe it. And and some of the stuff that happened outside the channel, which yeah, it's definitely a miracle. It's like you find the right people to talk to, and you meet people that absolutely make you extremely happy, and then you get all the negativity out of your life, and it's all filled with positive stuff. So yes, The Miracle definitely is a title I'd apply to myself. Thanks for the question. Question 7. During the intro to Crazy Little Thing Called Love in Stockholm '86, does Freddie say, "Come on, Mackie, get it tuned up," or "Come on, Ratty, get it tuned up"? Well, what he says is, "Come on, Maggie." He references Brian May to tune up his guitar. All right, question 8. If you had to combine 2 Queen songs, what would they be, and what would the combined name be called? For example, A Kind of Vision. Well, if I were to combine 2 Queen songs together, I would I would love to see. We'll go for a harder sound here. I would love to see, Give Me the Prize and Princess of the Universe combined into one big epic song, with the key changes and stuff. That'd be an epic song. Call it, Give Me the Universe, or I don't know, give me the Princes. I don't know. It sounds cheesy, but maybe Give Me the Universe would probably be a fitting title. All right. Question 9. What's your opinion on Machines, or Back to Humans? Cool vocal performance. Not really one of my favorite songs. They were able to blend genres together well. I'll give them that, and it's cool to hear the synthetic effects, but it's not really a favorite song of mine. Question 10. What is your opinion on Scandal? Now, that song I really do like. That's one of my favorites on the Miracle. Really good vocal by Freddie. I believe that was a one-take vocal by the Mustache Legend, or excuse me, he wasn't wearing a mustache then, so we'll call him the clean-shaven Freddie Mercury legend. I love Scandal. I think it's a really good song. Kind of underrated too. Question 11. What do you think was going through Roger's mind when he chose to play those goddamn electronic drums on Another One Bites the Dust for the Works tour? Well, what was going through his mind was, since his name was Roger Taylor, he was thinking, well, I share the same name as Roger Taylor from Duran Duran. So, I'm going to be Duran Duran's Roger Taylor, and I'm going to add some electronic stuff and new wave kind of things to my drum set. And just, fit in with the times. I think that's what he was thinking. And also, maybe he wanted to update his sound. I don't know. But I hate those drums so freaking much. Okay. And then question 12. He asks me to name the strongest performances of Another One Bites the Dust from each tour. And he wants me to go through the tour legs. Well, for 1980 on North American, probably a tie between Providence and First New York. Euro 80, I would say the Brussels 80, the second night. Japan 81, probably the first two, because they're more stable than others. Which isn't saying much considering what I've heard from those shows in recent times. South America. I do like the second Sao Paulo night version. Despite the shitty quality, the performance is really good. The Mexican shows, second Puebla is excellent. Hot Space, I would say the first Vienna for the Euro shows. And then North America, it's not really a favorite of mine on that tour, but if I had to say something, probably something like the New York, the second New York. And let's see, Japan. Probably Osaka or Nagoya would be the strongest ones. And then we go to Works tour. This is where it gets good. For the drums, first Brussels. I can't stand those goddamn electronic drums on the song. But if I were to somehow ignore those, I would also say the first Birmingham has a really good vocal. The Sun City one is actually really good too. I do have a fondness for that one. Rock in Rio, first night by far, that's very good. Second night isn't that good. Australia, haven't really heard the song from that tour really because I can't remember how they went really. That's how much I pay attention to that part of the tour. Japan, I would say probably 5.9 probably overall, but 5.8's pretty good. And then Magic Tour, first Vienna is superb. I love that version a lot. And then the second Munich one is very good too. And the Fréjus version from France, probably fucked that pronunciation up, but yeah, there's a question later on that deals with pronouncing foreign names on cities and stuff. But yeah, that French one's really good. And then wildcard shows. Montreal, the first night is good with some questionable moments. The second night has overdubs and double tracks, so it's edited up a bit. I'll tie them personally. And I also mentioned something about Sun City. I do like the Sun City one. Question 13. Would you rather listen to Freddie's squealing notes on Japan 79 or electronic drums? I'll go with the squealing because it's over quicker. Question 14. How do you decide what picture to use for the bootleg videos? Well, I just cycle through pictures from the general tour or year, and then just pick one that just I think was really good, and it just looks cool. It's kind of random, really. I just try to focus on the year or the tour. And then question 15, how is Leiden pronounced? Is it pronounced Leiden or Leiden? It is Leiden. And my source is somebody who lives in the Netherlands. So it is Leiden. Thankfully, that's one of the cities I can actually pronounce properly. What concert is better, Kassel 82 or Munich 82? I love Munich, despite the really shitty quality. But Cost Lady 2 I will give a slight edge to because it's just fantastic overall. Despite the fact that staying power is a little off, it's a very good show. I would probably give the edge to Costle overall. Okay, 17. Question 17. What does Freddy say before another one bites the dust on the Manchester 86 show? I think he says something like, he says, it's time to do a little boogie, and then says, what do you think? And I think he says something like, you'll get your ass up, or we'll get your asses up for you, or something like that, you know, because it's a boogie song. I think that's what he says, and then he mentions another one bites the dust. I think that's what he says. I'm not 100% sure. But that's what I think. Question 18. What's your favorite Japan show overall? Probably 5-1-75. Don't even think that I would think in 79. So it'd be probably 5-1-75. Or I do like 3-31-76. Those two are probably my favorites from the 70s. From 80s, I would probably say the 5-9 show overall for the 80s. So those are my favorites. And I do have a soft spot for like Osaka and Nagoya 82 because, you know, it's really cool. They got a cool set list, and, you know, the medleys are really cool too. So I got a soft spot for those two shows. Question 21. Will there be any bloopers on the channel? Yes. For the last few months, I've been working on a blooper video. I've been kind of nitpicking at it, taking things out, putting stuff in. Originally, I wanted this, you know, complete, you know, before, you know, months ago, but, you know, just stuff kept coming up, and I just didn't have the time to commit. It's sitting in kind of WIP mode, work in progress mode right now. But, you know, hopefully it's going to get released this year. Don't worry. Sooner than later. Question 22. Have you visited London? And no, I have not visited London. I would like to. It's high on my list of where to go to for a world trip. I would love to visit London, and I would love to see Freddie's house. You know, as a Queen fan, that'd be cool to see that. But, you know, I generally would like to visit it just in general, just to check out, a completely different country. It'd be cool to check out London and, the rest of the UK. Next question. Would you like to see Queen release an official book detailing their live career? Yes, that deserves a mention. I would love to see all that specific stuff, and I want people that know what they're talking about to write it. And I'm not referencing myself here, really, but, there's a lot of people out there that I know who've been following the band for years, way longer than me, that have been, following the band since the 70s. I would love to see their input on this, and I would love to see a Queen official book on their live stuff with pictures and itineraries and set lists and comments and reviews. I would buy that in a heartbeat and read it. I would love it. And question 24. What's your favorite version of body language? Well, it's either Fukuoka for the Latin American car horn or Tokorozawa for the squealing and multiple notes. But apart from that, I love the Vienna version from 1982. I love that version so much. Awesome. That's my favorite. Question 25. Speaking of Vienna, do you think Queen should have released the second Vienna show for the Hot Space Tour instead of Milton Keynes? I would say no overall. I think it's a great show. I love it. But overall, I think Milton Keynes is just a step ahead. Improvs are better. And, it just seems like a little bit of a better show overall, although I do like the Vienna show. But I think Milton Keynes was the better choice. Question 26. During the Hot Space Tour, does Freddie play the piano on Get Down, Make Love? Or is it Morgan Fisher from Mendel? It's Freddie. Freddie does do it. Although, the background keyboards add their stuff to the song, but it's Freddie that does the main piano. Good God, I'm out of breath and I need a drink. Woo! Wow. Thirsty as hell. Okay. 26 questions. Good God. Feels like I ran a marathon. Okay. Okay. Next person who has 3 questions. And I can actually breathe a bit. Goes by the name of Joseph Staub, who's really cool, by the way. 3 questions. What do you think of the Vinnie Vincent Invasion albums? Really? Okay. I think they are freaking ridiculous. The guitar playing is absolutely ridiculous. It's overplayed, solos have no direction, and it's like, it's like, what the fuck? And there's some good songs on the first album that I do like to an extent, but the albums are really not for me, really. It's just, they're too ridiculous and over the top. I appreciate Robert Fleischman's voice more than Mark Slaughter's voice, and they sound like Boo Boo Kitty on these albums, but I can take them in small doses, but they're really not a favorite. They're not my favorite pieces of music. Don't stop the video, fucking cat. Give me that. Okay. What is the worst Queen song? He asked me that. Well, there's some songs I don't like. Body Language is a guilty pleasure for me, but I really don't like it really all that much. And yeah, I mentioned in my favorite version of Body Language, and it says, what's the worst Queen song? Yeah, it's kind of a paradox, but yeah, I can appreciate it live, but I'm really not a fan of that song at all. But My Baby Does Me is probably my least favorite Queen song of all time. I just don't like it, really. I don't like it. I try getting into it. It's an effort for me to listen to it. I just don't like it. For me, that's my least favorite Queen song. I don't know everyone would think what the worst Queen song is, but I would probably nominate My Baby Does Me. I don't like it. The third question, what's the best Elton tour and best set list? Now, that's really, really subjective because Elton has done so many different tours and so many different set lists that it's really hard to make a definitive answer to something like that. But what I will say is a tour that everybody should check out is his 79 tour with Ray Cooper. And he has an excellent set list, doing hit stuff, some obscure stuff. And then the 93 tour he did with Ray Cooper also has, great set list. He pulls out Skyline Pigeon and does some of the orchestra songs. He sounds amazing on that tour. Where to Now St. Peter's brought back. It's just, it's a really hard question to say, really, what the best tours and set lists are, because it gets really subjective, especially with Elton John. But thanks for the questions. And then Aaron, I think it's Abas or Abis or Abis. Maybe you can correct me. I hate fucking people's names up. I think it's Abis, I think. Ask some questions. What do you think of Solar Prestige Gammon? Do you think the lyrics are fucking retarded? Well, it's a silly song, but I enjoy it overall, including the lyrics. When's the next Elton John tour debate? That is going to be this year, most likely in the fall. It's going to be the Big Picture tour, the Prime era, 97, and then the first era of 98. Do you wish Elton performed Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting solo? In a way, yeah, because it'd be cool to really hear those piano licks, up front and stuff. So in a way, I would say, yeah, it'd be cool. And, he's done that, on the 79 tour in a way with Ray Cooper, but having Elton really just solo, it'd be cool to hear it like that. Have you made Boo Boo Kitty drink Mountain Dew? No, but he's opened a bottle by himself and he's drank a bit of it, and he was crazy for a while. He ran up and down the floor all night when I'm trying to sleep, and yeah, he was crazy. I think he's drank it. Let's see here. Can you describe your experience talking with Charlie Morgan during the 85-86 tour debate, the re-debate? Oh, that was fun. I loved that. It was awesome talking with him. He's a great guy, excellent drummer, gave some great info about the tour. It was great. I loved it. I was fanboy. So it was an awesome experience. And he asks what he thinks of his his new lyrics on some of the live stuff, like the Melbourne '86 stuff. And I think they're funny and brilliant. Keep it up. All right, the next person with questions is Mark Wood, who asks, what would be my ideal set list, and what songs would include. Well, I would probably pick songs that are from all eras of Queen, early, middle, and later eras. I would love to see songs like "I'm Going Slightly Mad" performed, "Innuendo" performed. It'd be cool to get "I Want It All" performed. Gotta put Bo Rap in there. No One Bites the Dust, Save Me, Keep Yourself Alive, Fat Bottom Girls, and March of the Black Queen. Put Killer Queen in there. Under Pressure, include a couple more of the Hot Space songs. Like I love Back Chat and Staying Power Live. So my set list would be kind of like a mix of all the eras combined, probably 20-25 songs, and a song for everybody. That's what would be my ideal set list. All right, next person says does Boo Boo Kitty like your cans? And the person who wrote that very cheeky comment was Mr. Mario Dave, because he's referencing on the last vlog I did where my cat got into my empties over there, because I had a bunch of like soda cans and beer cans and stuff, and the cat like jumped in there and started playing around with them. But yeah, I think he does like my cans. And then asks, are you Big Gay Al if you are happy? Yeah, we'll go with that. Poultry or pork? I love them both. Don't make me think food right now, because you're making me really hungry. But I'm in a pork mood, so we'll go with pork. Asks, do you like Nirvana? I think they suck. Casual fan at best. I respect Kurt Cobain's songwriting ability, and I think I got some good songs, but they're not one of my favorites. When will Boo Boo Kitty do his own vlog? He's going to start on September 21st of this year. Let's see here. On which circulating gigs except for Osaka 76's Fred Sound Wasted? I can't recall him being drunk or intoxicated on any other show that circulates or anything. Supposedly New Zealand '85, something exists in the TV archives. All that would have been fun to watch and listen to that, but the only thing that circulates with him sounding wasted is that second Osaka show from '76. Then says Paul McCartney's 1990 voice improved in time for Nebworth, but it was still a shadow of its usual self. Do you agree? Yes. Still sounded rough, bad, barking songs. So yeah, it still didn't sound too good. A little better, but still not great. Let's see. Do you like John's '80s fro? And what would you pick for Queen Unplugged TV special? Yeah, I think his '80s fro was cool. It's cool to look at. And then for Queen Unplugged TV special, do some songs like it'd be cool to see. Obviously like "Love of My Life" and "39." But how about a stripped down version of Las Palabras de Amor, that song off of Hot Space? That'd be cool to hear acoustically. And it'd be, and then Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Acoustic version of I Want It All would probably sound really good too. Songs like that that either have an acoustic there, or they can translate well by just modifying some of the stuff. So those are some of the songs, and let's see. Have you heard Piotrex's remixes? Not recently, but I heard they are very good. So I have that. All right. Next set of questions. We got 12, so the numbers are going up. We go from Freddie is the champion, who not only likes to leave cheeky comments on, my videos, and leave some cheeky comments in a shout out video, but he also likes to write some comments and questions to me here to read. So you know what? I'm gonna read them out for you. Question 1. Is it true that you love the bow wrap of 4/23/1979? You really asked that, didn't you? You want to know if Gregsynthbootlegs loves 4/23's bow wrap. Well, you know what? I fucking love that version of bow wrap. I love the fact that Mr. Peach took his sweet time to get right to that venue and set up his nice, awesome, super recording equipment in pristine A quality, slightly compressed though. Whoever compressed that, don't do that. And he records it nice pristine quality, and as soon as that piano starts, it just rings through the hearts of everybody. It sounds great. And then when Freddie opens his mouth with that shot, strange sounding voice, it's so romantic and awesome to hear that version of bow wrap. And when he goes for those high note attempts and the multiple notes appear, it's just so passionate. You could just hear the power in his voice just get, forced out of him. It's freaking ridiculous. I love the bow wrap from 4/23, and I will still love it forever. Are you still standing is the second question. Well, I was sitting, but I'm standing now. So, yep. Yep, I'm standing. Haha. And now I go from standing to sitting down. Back in front of the camera. Here you go. Question 3. Are you as gay as a daffodil? I'm working on it. Is Saturday night all right for fighting? Yeah, damn right is Saturday nights all right for fighting. God damn it, I love that version from 1988. Question 5. Did you know Brian Taylor is a member of Queen? No, I didn't know that. I did know he was a groupie backstage, though. So, and that's info I got from somebody else. He also released an awesome photo from the 70s of one of Queen's roadies standing there. And goes by the name of John. So, there you go. Question 6. What's your favorite song by Michael Jackson? Well, let's see. My favorite Michael Jackson song. Well, let's see. At the moment, I would have to say Beat It off of Thriller, because I'm seeing Van Halen in a couple months at Pine Knob, and I was recently listening to Beat It just to hear Eddie Van Halen's solo, and I think that it's one of my favorites off Thriller, so I'll say Beat It. Question 7. 4:30:79 versus 4:23:79. Well, why are you doing this to me? 4:30, 4:23, it doesn't matter. They're both equal. I don't like it. 4:30 has worse quality. 4:23 has amazing quality. So there you go. 4:23 wins that battle. But I hate them both. Those gigs should just go die. Man, it's like, remove the nodules off that recording and then get back to me on that. I hate that. I hate those. People keep doing this to me. They keep showing me Japan stuff. Oh, do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like the timestamp on this? Oh, what do you think of 4:30? I don't like it. Thanks. Question 8. Did you know that Klaus Sperber could sing higher than you? Well, fuck yeah. I mean, he's a freaking German countertenor. Yeah. Last I checked, the German countertenors can sing higher than me. So, yes. And then question 9. Who Needs You? Great song. Question 10. Is it true that you love nodules? Yes, I do. I do. Question 11. Is it true that you fuck up when you pronounce German cities? Yeah, every now and then, every 9 out of 10 times I do. Yeah, we'll go with that. And you know, Essen's great, and so is Berlin, and Mannheim, and Munich, and Kassel. So there. Hopefully those were right. Let's see. Question 12, the last one, I believe. Yep, last one. Which is the worst album you've ever bought? And then P.S. Let's go home and get fucked. Well, you're damn right about that last quote. As far as the question is concerned, the worst album I have ever bought is the Vinnie Vincent album. All Systems Go. I can't stand that shit. No. I don't like it. Don't like it. Thanks for the questions. Then we have Matt's Comics asks a few questions. Reg Strikes Back versus Sleeping with the Past. I like them both. I'll have to go with Reg on this one. I think I like more of the songs on there, although Sleeping ain't bad. Question 2. Do you like Jersey Boys? Haven't really heard of it, so I can't really make a comment about it. And then asks about a musical about Elton John's life and stuff. Which songs did you put? I wouldn't know because I've never really followed it or seen it, so I can't really say anything. What's your least favorite video release from Queen? Let's see. In terms of video, let's see. The Scandal video is, I mean, it works for what it is, but it's not really a favorite of mine. But let's see. If there's anything I really just hate, no, I can't really think of anything that I really hate or anything, but I'll probably pick Scandal as one of the ones where it's like not really one of my favorites. So there you go. And then James asks, which show does Freddy's voice sound more powerful at? Stuttgart or 84 or Barcelona 86? I'll have to go with Stuttgart on that one. I recently listened to that show, and I think it's a great, awesome show. One of my favorites on the works tour, probably my favorite show on the tour. And he sounds great, very powerful. And no, Simon, I'm not adding the random B5 and C6 stuff. Fred's done a lot better. Question 2. Have you ever thrown a bass guitar John Deacon style? No, and I don't plan on doing that because I'd probably hurt myself more than the guitar. So there you go. And then let's see. Next person, Lisa, asks these questions. Second Rio 85 versus second. Really? Really? Another Japan 79 reference. Oh. 423 versus second. I have to go with Rio by default because I can't stand 423. Although I'm not fond of the Rio. Actually, I lied. I like some stuff off Rio, like the rock and roll blues and the impromptu stuff is great. I love that. So yeah, I'll go with Rio. And plus the atmosphere is great. 2. Who is Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury was a man who was very important to me. He is a man who cut his hair short and then grew a mustache, and he was a very good-looking guy, and he loved to party, and he had some very cheeky comments, and he was a lot of fun to be around. That's who Freddie Mercury is. 3. Are you a banana tree? Not quite yellow yet, but since I'm pretty slender, I guess I could resemble a tree. Slightly mad. And, yeah, I am slightly mad. Question 4. Does Boo Boo Kitty like body language? Let me ask him. I'm going to ask him right now. Boo Boo Kitty. You like body language? What was it? You do? You like body language? Well, if you heard that, I think he meowed twice. I think he likes the song. So, there you go. 5. Do you like Going Back by Larry Lyrics? Yeah, It's a pretty cool song. It's very mellow and spacey. It's kind of psychedelic sounding, but I like it. Uh, Question 6. Are you bad? Yes, I'm really, really bad. Shimon. Uh, that was bad. Question 7. Are you dangerous? Oh, yes. Underneath this hat lies my secret weapon. That's also a great song. Is the bitch back? Yes. Question 9. And I'm not going to play any of those fucking festivals ever again. Question 9. What do you do if your voice sounded like Freddie's voice during the Japanese leg of the jazz tour? Well, what I would do, I would shut my door and bury my head in my pillows and cry. That's what I would do. I would never leave until my voice heals. Thank you for those questions, lovely Lisa. And then we have Mr. Simon Christensen from Denmark. His first question is, you want a little bit more in the style of Paul Stanley voice, which I can't do anymore because I just can't. But yes, I do want a little bit more. I want you to put a little bit more bootlegs on your channel, Queensryche bootlegs, and do some more Queen work. So yes, I do want a little bit more. And then, do you think Paul Stanley's vocal masturbation, nice word, at Donington 88 should be a criminal offense? Yes! Because it's so freaking ridiculous. Yes. Thank you. Now, we have a bunch of questions from someone by the name of Lawrence. And then, first question is, I love a minute 9. That's awesome, don't you think? No. Question 2. Did you know that Fred Mandel played with my 3 favorite artistes in a row? Yes. Question 3. John Deacon plays the bass guitar. Didn't know about that. No. I thought it was an electric guitar with 2 missing strings. Question 4. Do you enjoy Fukuoka 76's board versus so much as I do? No! You can enjoy them. I don't. 5. We all sure love to watch you sing Another One Bites the Dust or Breakthrough with that awesome costume. Can you record another performance with that same dress? Okay. I did not perform that song, by, under my own free will. I was cursed. But yeah, that was a fun time, and I'll also that shows you certain song I can't do the song in the original key like that because I just can't do it. But but if you would like me to record something wearing that same dress, just email me at whatever. Okay. Question 6. Who's the most beautiful woman you ever knew in your life? Well, that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Well, apart from people I've seen at college campuses and stuff. I can't really say I knew, but I've talked to, and yeah, they were lookers. 7. I love 45 minutes and 6 seconds. What about you? No. What's the worst version of Hammer to Fall? Probably that Vienna version. From either the first Vienna or like some crap like the Brussels second night, or I don't know. Those suck so bad. Question 9. But yeah, that's what I think. Question 9. What's the worst game tour shows of 80 and 81? The weakest ones probably like stuff like Zurich or I'll probably say something like Zurich or something because it's not as fine tuned as later, and Fred blows his voice. Cologne's a little weak vocally, but musically it's good. 81. Some of the later Japan ones, like from 217 and 218, are weak. But and then Caracas is weak in some respects, not vocally, but kind kind of like sloppy in spots, and the atmosphere wasn't exactly the greatest on stage. So those are some of the weaker shows from those respective tour legs. And then from the Queen Skype debates you did, what was the best? The best one. Well, let's see. Probably out of all of them, because we're gonna definitely redo them all because we have a new style set up, a set amount of people, and we're a lot older and wiser, and we know what to do now. But out of the ones that we did in the past, the best ones, I don't know, maybe the works debate. The works debate was good. The races tour debate was good. And probably the game tour one was good too. Those were some of the better ones. And then it says, you were intoxicated at the races debate in 2011. How do you feel listening to your own performance? Well, about that. Well, I managed to do okay on it, but I knew I could have done better. And when we do that in the new style, it's going to be 100 times better because my mind's clear and there's going to be no wine drinking or beer guzzling or any other stuff, going down my throat or some. So everything's all good. Okay, thank you. And then we have Christopher McManus asking some questions. He says, in marching band, what did you play? When I was in marching band, I played alto and or tenor saxophone. 2. If Freddie and Elton's Nodule sent you a friend request, would you accept? Yes. Question 3. Do you prefer Freddie's chest hair or his beard from the Miracle era? Oh, chest wig by far. Chest wig. It just looks so comfy and cozy. Question 4. Would you rather go free to see Queen and Adam Lambert? I assume you meant would you rather go see Queen and Adam Lambert for free, or receive a punch in the face and get the whole crazy tour bootlegs in A+ quality? I would take the punch in the face for that. How dare you do a comparison like that? Crazy tour bootlegs will benefit everybody. Hit me in the face all you want. I want them. 5. Since you are a synth, does the intro synth to Funeral and Friends sound like a mating call? Yes, it does. It does. Question 6. Do you dance to Queen songs, and which ones are they? No, I don't really dance because last time I did that, my 2 left feet, didn't work. I couldn't remember which ones to dance to, though. Question 7. Do you work on batteries, and if so, do you self-charge or do you plug into the wall at night? Yeah, I do run on batteries, and yes, I plug myself into the wall. What I do is I lay in a bed, and then I take my left foot and insert it into a wall outlet, and then I flick the switch and it charges me up. So there you go. Question 8. Where do you think Queen would have gone next on their tours after the Magic Tour? What I mean is, like, what part of the world would they have been next that they would newly visit? Like, for example, how would they play Budapest for the first time? I want to say Russia, more like the Eastern Europe, Russia type deal. I would probably think that. 9. If a hammer was about to drop on your head, do you think you would say hammer to fall? Yes. I would say that. 10. What are you currently working as? Well, apart from what I do on YouTube and stuff, I do a lot of I work at a hardware store, as a pricing coordinator. That's my current job outside of all the fun I do on the internet. I love it. Question 11. What Aretha Franklin song would you like to have Freddie covered? Let's see. I would love to hear him do Respect. That would have been cool. And that would have been cool. 12. Do you rate Tim Schaffel as a vocalist? I haven't heard really enough of him to really make a call on that. 13. What would you say is the most complex Queen song to play? Probably something with a lot of harmonies or switches in tempo or time signature or instrumental changes. So stuff like Bohemian Rhapsody, Prophet's Song, and Innuendo come to mind, and the Prophet's Song. And think I already said that though. And let's see. 14. Any Queen songs you heard while listening to an album and thought, wow, that was not what I was expecting? Yeah, one of them would be like Keep Passing the Open Windows, because it started off really like mellow and then it goes into that upbeat poppy stuff. I'm like, wow, that was a different style. That's what I felt like on that one song. 15. What song would you have added to the Magic Tour set list? Somebody to Fucking Love. Question 16. Remember when you got stuck in a box? Yes, and the video's still on YouTube. That's pretty funny. Don't drink and fall in a box. Question 17. Do you prefer an orchestra to play a song, or the same song played with a synth using all the same parts but it just being a synth? Probably an orchestra. It just sounds more organic and fuller sounding. 18. Does Boo Boo Kitty ever make timestamps? Yes, he does, and I get pissed off greatly. Okay, next person. Thank you for the questions. Next person goes by the name of Jamie Alexander, who's a lovely person, by the way. And what I will say for him is you know, keep living life and be as positive as you can. Don't let anything get you down. Asks a few questions and asks, where do you obtain the audio from? And I believe it's actually Elton John related, because his other three questions here are Elton John related, but I'll put the Queen version in there too. I obtained the Queen audio from Queen Zone, and then for the Elton stuff, I've purchased stuff, I've traded, I've downloaded. It's just various mediums, and then people have sent me cassette tapes to transfer. So it's various ways I get the audio. 2. What do you think Elton's best touring years were? Oh, very good question. I loved his early stuff from 70, 71, where it was like a raw, hungry 3-piece band, very raw, energetic. I love that. I love his 79 tour with Ray Cooper. The 82 tour is fantastic. The 82 is good. 84 is great. I love the 85, 86 tour, despite his voice being shot at the end. The 93 tour with Ray Cooper is great. 94 with Ray Cooper is great. The Big Picture tour is great. 2001 is great. He's got a lot of years, that excellent years. And, you know, don't hesitate to ask me for any bootlegs from Elton, because I'll send to him to let you, you know, listen to him. But there's some years I love. 3. Also, do you know the last time he used falsetto? Recently. He still uses it today on like Philadelphia Freedom and All the Young Girls Love Alice. Or I should say, All the Girls Love Alice. They keep fucking the title up no matter what. But yeah, he still uses it today on those songs. Like, it's usually a quick like whoo kind of stuff, and yeah, that was off. I meant to hit a B flat. It was an A. Sorry, whatever. It's like that. But he still has it. He just doesn't use it, so he doesn't like strain his voice or something. But he still uses it today on the recent stuff. 4. What's your favorite album of his? 70s, it's Madman Across the Water. 80s, 2:0 for 90s, Made in England. And the 2000s, I would say, is songs from the West Coast. I love those albums. And my favorite out of all of them is Madman. So thank you for those. And let's see here. Tony Salvo asked me a bunch of questions, and I am going to answer them for you. Various topics. 16 questions. First one is, have you ever heard of Ronnie Platt doing Journey covers, and do you prefer him to Arnell or to Steve Augeri? I've heard him do a couple covers. I think he sounds brilliant, and I do prefer his voice over Augeri or Arnell. I think Ronnie Platt has more power. He delivers them more convincingly, and I think he's got a hell of a voice, and he's very good. Candace made a great choice in picking him to be the singer. 2. Do you think the Elton John CDs are in need of a remastering job similar to the Paul McCartney Wings remastering project yet? I would say yes. I think it'd be cool to have all the albums, have more TLC and then include some bonus tracks like the B-sides and demos and outtakes. Yes, so I would say yes to that. 3. Do you own Wings Over America on CD? Yes and no. I do not own the CD version. I have a Blu-ray version and I love it. I love that. I love that movie so much. Thank you, Richard, for sending me that. 4. Do you prefer Steve Augeri or Steve Perry performing Chain Reaction? Perry. Steve Perry. I'm a Perry loon when it comes to that. 5. There have been problems with Paul Stanley's voice during the Japan South America tours this year. Do you think he'll improve for future legs, like the European leg this year? Or do you think he needs to be replaced? Well, his voice has been completely shot for a number of years. I don't think it'll improve. There's just so much damage done now that I used to be optimistic into thinking, oh, maybe he'll get a little better. But no, I think it's to the point where it's going to stay like this now forever. And on one hand, if he gets replaced, okay, the songs will sound better vocally, but then you're missing like a key ingredient of that stage show. So if either of them get replaced, I'd say just call it a day. If either of them, because they're so important, to the live show. And so yeah, so that's what I think of that. 6. Do you own the voice drum? Always Never the Same, and There's No Place Like Home on CD. What's your opinion on the albums if you own them? I don't own any of those. I'm more of a casual Kansas fan at best. I've seen Device voice drum. I kind of ran via. I've seen some of that on YouTube, and I think it's good, but I haven't really seen Always Never the Same. I've seen some of the No Place Like Home stuff. I thought that was good too, but I don't own that stuff. And then question 7: do you know of any 2007 shows from Elton John that are better than the birthday concert? I'm sure there are. I haven't really gotten into the 2007 stuff yet because I'm stuck in other eras doing tapes and organizing them, but I bet there are better shows, but I just haven't, gotten to really listen to them, but, I'll see what I can find out. Okay, last page here. Question 8. What's your opinion of the One Night Only concert on CD or DVD by Elton John? It's okay, but I think it could have benefited from like a better treatment, like putting all the songs on there, not cutting them up or getting rid of songs. I'm not really a fan of that at all. In fact, I listen to the Wilkes-Barre warm-up show much more than that official thing, and if I do listen to the One Night Only stuff, it's always the unofficial stuff because it's complete and it gives you a better idea of the performances in the concert. Question 9. Have you seen the 1999 duets with Elton John and Shania Twain? I haven't seen it in a long time, so I can't really recall off the top of my head, but I'll see it in the future. 10. Do you like classical music and what artists do you enjoy? I don't really listen to too much classical music, but I have heard some Mozart, every now and then, and I borrowed my my high school band teacher's Mozart CDs a long time ago when I was working on something and I wanted to check it out, and I thought it was pretty cool. But apart from that, I don't really follow classical music too much, although I think it's very cool sounding. 11. Have you heard Ronnie Platt do Alice in Chains covers, and do you like listening to Alice in Chains? I have not heard him do the Alice in Chains covers, but I do like Alice in Chains. I think they are a very talented group, way more than Nirvana. And I think Lane Staley is a very underrated and fantastic singer. He's excellent. I think Alice in Chains were the most talented of like those early 90s, that alternative grunge kind of, deal. And so does Boo Boo Kitty, think so too. But to me, Alice in Chains sounds much less grungy and more just, heavy metal kind of sound with like some alternative to it. But yeah, I do like Alice in Chains a lot. Dirt is awesome, and I love Facelift. Oh, come on, don't roll on the questions. Come on. damn it! I'm trying to like do this. Okay, I'll do it this way then. Question 12. Do you think that the expanded 1998 remasters of Sleeping in the Past and Too Low for Zero are remixes of the original albums? I remember hearing the original version of Too Low for Zero back in the 90s, and I remember that the current version is a bit different sounding compared to the original, and the same for the Sleeping in the Past. Also, a lot of the 95 remasters of the Elton John albums are closer remix sound compared to the original CDs. Well, in that case, I have not heard the originals. I just heard the ones from the 90s and stuff, so I can't really say much about that. But I'm just so used to the ones I've heard that I didn't really think twice if it was different like that. But well, thanks for the info. Question 13. What's your opinion of the John Elefante era of Kansas in studio and live? I think it was good. They went in a different direction. And I heard a few songs from each album, and I do like them. And I think John Elefante is a great singer who did justice to the material. And I think he's a very good singer. It's like Kansas finds these excellent singers to sing to replace the original. And it's like when Steve Walsh first left. They got John Elefante, and he sounded great, and he still sounds great today, and he's got a great voice. And then when Steve retired, they got Ronnie Platt, and he's phenomenal too. So Kansas has a knack of finding superb musicians and singers to play the material, and yeah, I like John Elefante's voice, and the songs I have heard from from Vinyl Confessions and Drastic Measures, I do like. Even though it was different than, previous material, I enjoyed the songs I heard. Question 14. Have you listened to more Prism songs since the last Q&A? No, I've been doing other stuff and focus on so much stuff that, some stuff gets neglected. But I'll try to listen to more in the future. 15. Do you think Kansas would have worked with a female lead singer back in 2014 and had the current lineup backing her up? Not sure on that. I can't really visualize a female backing vocalist in Kansas, but it may have worked. I don't know. Question 16. Do you wish David Mannion, I think that's how it is, was in the Kansas lineup from 97-2014 with Steve Walsh on keyboards, and that sometimes Steve Morse and Kerry Livgren would join up as special guests? Yes, because I think it would have filled up the sound more and give it a more fuller sound, and it would have been cool to have Morse and Livgren show up, as make cameo appearances and stuff. That would have been awesome, and that's what I think. All right, let's see if there's any more. No. Oh, wow! I can't believe I got through that. All those questions. Okay. 7 pages. Wow, I can't believe I got through that. Okay. Now for some post-blog question banter. Next week is the North American Queen Fan Convention. It's going to be held in Detroit, Michigan. And it's going to be my first breakthrough since 2013, and the second in Detroit. I attended the ones in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, and I couldn't make the 2014 one due to stuff, outside stuff. But this one I'm going to. It's going to be great. I can't wait to spend time with several dozen Queen fans from all over the place. Get out of the camera. Oh, you want me to hold you? There. A long cat it. There. So there you go. And it's gonna be fun. And what else? And as I said before, there's gonna be a new Queen concert going up on the channel in the very near future, within a couple days at most. Yeah, Booby Kitty, you love that. I see you twitching your ear. And And what else? Thank you for all of the questions. It's awesome to see everybody's views on shows, and that's something else that I want to say too. It's like it's like I've been pushing for other people to upload shows and stuff on YouTube because I want to get their input on I want to get their input on these shows because who knows, maybe the different views can help people think. Maybe someone hates something I like, or vice versa. I don't know. I push for people to also upload shows on YouTube because it'd be cool to hear alternative takes on the songs and the performances. And I think it would be great. And I do plan on returning to a regular scheduled program for the vlog stuff. It's going to be once a month. So the next vlog will be in August. Not 100% sure on the date, but I'm 100% sure it's going to be next month. So it's going to be once a month. So yeah, make sure you get your questions in. Write them down below to my Facebook. You name it. I will try to get every question I can possibly find, and then put it in the video. And I think I got all the questions on this session. If I missed any, I'm sorry. Just remind me, and I will immediately start a new line of questioning up and not miss the questions. So yeah, get your questions in. I'll do my best to answer them. And as I'm looking over there, Boo Boo Kitty is ripping up stuff on my table. So that's wonderful. He is quite a cat. He's been with me for a long time, and he always makes sure that I'm safe and stuff. And if you saw in the videos, he was mugging the camera and stuff. And he just loves attention, and he also loves pets and stuff. And he's a great cat, and he's a great cat. Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? And he likes to just torture me, and he helps me with the vlogs a lot. So I thank him. Like just now, he just comes up here and just inserts himself randomly in the in the vlog. But he's such a great cat. And let's see. Let's see what else. And also I do plan on doing Queen reviews starting next month. And I'll be doing it with various people. Sometimes one person will be with me, maybe two. It's going to be cool to get everyone's different views on the Queen album. So I will do that. I'll be doing them by Skype and recording the audio, putting it up there, and I think it's going to be great. And yes, yeah, Boo Boo Kitty, you can join in on them too. And yeah, cat hair's going everywhere. He's yeah. So yeah, thank you for dealing with me, and I will see you guys in the near future. And have a nice day.